Hi, I'm Lakshmi Pillai, PGP 2016-18 student at IIM Trichy. I'm going to be talking about the key trends and outlooks of the Indian road sector. Roadways is one of the primary components of physical infrastructure of a company. GDP is closely linked with how developed the road network of a company is. Let us take five countries: US, China, Kenya, India, Ghana. Coincidentally, the order of GDP as well as the order of highest road density is US, China, India, Kenya, and Ghana. It remains the same. So, by connecting geographic locations, road networks facilitate the transport and movement of people, goods, service, and it creates welfare. Road networks play a crucial role in the economic development of the 20th century, enabling relatively fast individual transportation for the masses from the second part of this 20th century. And although the development of air transportation and telecommunication networks in most parts of the world have replaced road network to some extent, it still plays a crucial role in the national and local transportation network. Investments in road network reduce the travel time between two locations, increase the robustness of transportation network, and hence reduce the travel costs. These kind of effects are referred to as the direct effects of road networks. The economic impact of road networks extend far beyond this. Good skills, efficient transportation of goods, persons, the so called indirect economic effects. The investment in road networks, however, do not just lead to positive effects. Apart from necessary investments in terms of time, money, road networks fill up land and have negative social and environmental impacts such as congestions, traffic accidents, lights, and noise pollution. So let us look where we are currently. India has the second highest road network all over the world at 1.66 kilometers of roads per square kilometer of land. The quantitative density of India's road network is higher than that of Japan, United States, and far higher than that of China, Brazil, and Russia, the so called BRICS nation. However, qualitatively, India's roads are a mix of modern highways and narrow, unpaved roads and are being improved. As of 2015 31st March, 61% of Indian roads were paved, which means 40% is unpaved. Adjusted for its large population, India has less than 3.8 kilometers of roads per 1,000 people, including all of its unpaved and paved roads. In terms of quality, all season, four or more lane highways, India has less than zero point zero 0.07 kilometers of highways per 1,000 people. These are some of the lowest road and highway networks of the world. For context, United States has 21 kilometers of road per 1,000 people, while France has 51 kilometers per 1,000 people, predominantly paved and high quality in both cases. In terms of all season four or more highways, developed nations such as United States and France have a highway density per 1,000 people that is more than 15 times that of India. India in its past did not allocate enough resources to build or maintain its road network. This has changed rapidly since 1995, with major efforts currently underway to modernize the country's road infrastructure. Major projects are being implemented under the National Highways Development Project, a government initiative. Private builders and highway operators are also implementing major projects. For example, the Yamuna Express between Delhi and Agra was completed ahead of schedule within budget, while the KMP Express, started in 2006, is far behind schedule, over budget, and incomplete. According to the 2009 estimates by Goldman Sachs, India will need to invest 1.7 trillion US dollars on infrastructure projects before 2020 to meet its economic needs, a part of which would also include upgrading India's current road network. The government of India is attempting to promote foreign investment in road projects. Foreign participation in Indian road network construction has attracted 45 international contractors, 40 design and engineering consultants, with Malaysia, South Africa, South Korea, United Kingdom, and United States being the major players. So, what are the current issues? Let us have a look at that. The main roads in India are under huge pressure and in great need of modernization in order to handle the increased requirements of the Indian economy. In addition to maintenance, the expansion of the network and widening of existing roads is becoming increasingly important. This would then enable the roads to handle increased traffic and also allow for a corresponding increase in the average movement speed of Indian roads. The Indian road speed in India has increased to 30 to 40 kilometers per hour. The worldwide average road speed, which includes China, ranges between 60 to 80 kilometers per hour. In 2009, the lane capacity was low and only about 16% of India's roads were 4 lanes or above. A 2007 study found that the congestion on India's highways reduced average truck speed and bus speed to 30 to 40 kilometers. Road maintenance was underfunded, and some 40% of the villages in India lacked access to all weather roads. While the PMGSY, the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, Rural Road Development Program, mentioned above has, by 2011, connected 90% of villages identified in 2005 as without access. Many remote villages in India were still without access. Another major problem in the Indian context is the WHO organization compilation for road network safety of the major economies. It found that India has the highest number of road fatalities in the world, with about 1 lakh road accidents caused death in 2006. However, adjusted for India's large population, this may not seem like a very large number. Because of congestion, the fuel efficiency of the vehicles in India is very low. This causes a fifth major problem. Overall fuel consumption per equivalent kilometer traveled is large in India, causing heavy pollution since the engines run very inefficiently at such low speeds. Now let us look at NHAI, a regulator. The Autonomous Agency of Government of India is a partial regulator as well as an agency for development. It is responsible for management of a network of over 70,000 kilometers of national highways in India. It is the nodal agency of the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. A National Highway Authority of India has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Indian Space Research Organization for a satellite mapping of highways. A 2012 report prepared by the World Bank's Institutional Integrity Unit alleged that fraudulent and corrupt practices were being followed by Indian contractors working on national highway projects funded by it, and sought a thorough investigation into the matter. The report also alleged that contractors paid bribes and gifts to NHAI. The NHDP is a project to upgrade, rehabilitate, and widen major highways in India to a higher standard. The project was implemented in 1998 under the leadership of Atal Bihari Vajpayee and is known as the Golden Crowd of NHAI. National highways account for only 2% of the total length of roads, but carry about 40% of the total traffic across the length and breadth of the country. And NHDP, including the Golden Quadrilateral project, is one of the leaders of this. Let us now have a look at PMGSY, the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. In 1998, the NDA government under Atal Bihari Vajpayee launched a massive national highway development project for building a 6 or 4 lane expressway network connecting the 4 metro cities of India: Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, and Kolkata, along with 4 corners of the country: Srinagar, Porbandar, Kanyakumari, and Silchar. The impact of this is well documented. Not as celebrated and known, however, is a parallel program that is the government initiated on December 25, 2000, the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, for providing all-weather road connectivity to every rural habitation with a minimum population of 500 in the plains and 250 plus in hill states. PMGSY represents a rare public program that qualifies as a success in terms of both achieving equity as well as efficiency objectives. 50,000 to 60,000 kilometers of roads were built every year till the UPA 2 government caused some setbacks. Now, with the Narendra Modi government, it seems to be back on track. So, a major overview of what India does in terms of road projects, it currently follows a BOT format of projects where private companies raise investment, build and operate a project for a certain period of time to gain the profit back, and then transfer it to the government for maintenance. The opposite format of a TOB project is what is touted to be the next thing on cards, where the government builds the project, transfers it to the private player to maintain. It will work very well if the regulatory governance is brought in. Why is currently PPP not working? A private public partnership is not working because of difficulties in terms of land acquisition, environment clearance, and low equity base of concessionaries, led to delays and litigation problems. As a result, PPPs are always seen as a flawed model in the Indian context. While this perception slowed down PPPs for a while, the fact that public investment is never enough to raise enough fund expansion of basic infrastructure kept them relevant. The option for going for full public funding is always available. The PPPs are useful when there's a shortage of public funds. Also, the priority of the government is towards the social sector, is what the senior government officials seem to think. What seems to have made PPPs relevant again, at least in the road sector, is the change in model agreements, which determine the terms of business between the government and concessionaire. From a built operate transfer project, the most road projects are now being executed under the hybrid model. So, this was a brief overview of what is happening in the road sector, of what is touted to be the economy to watch out for. Budget 2017 focuses on infra largely, and seeing the correlation it has to overall development, the focus cannot be questioned. Thank you.